Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. Let's put it this way, restart the walk. I'm not going to say that everyone abandoned her, nor that they are today extremely sorry for everything they did. I can say that these cases were minimal, which makes us very happy. You have gone through this entire process committed to your journey, remaining in balance and remaining as much as possible, with a focus on ascension. But the world outside continues to show itself, continues to try to unbalance each of you. So, let's just remember a few things. First, the pandemic. Deaths, deaths, deaths. This has always been the big fact, people dying from the disease. At no point did anyone ask if those souls were leaving of their own free will. It's the same thing as you lonely people, on a rainy day, in the middle of the street, when you take the first transport that appears, without even caring where, you want to get out of the rain. Very well, many souls have done the same. They had decided that they would leave and that they would not be part of the process, not in the physical body. And I can say that they took this ride on the disease, to fulfill what they had planned. The vast majority were like this. Yes, there are those who didn't make any agreement but left too. And why did they leave? Because they never treated their bodies correctly, they did not emanate good energy, fear had completely taken over their existence. So we can say that in this case they reaped what they sowed, a total imbalance in their bodies, enough for the disease to take hold and there to be no cure. Very good. But time passed. Today we can say that several attempts were made to try to keep the disease at its peak, without success. The last wave, supposedly the most transmissible, was practically less lethal. So this path is no longer serving the non-light. We can say that they threw in the towel, as you say. They already realized that along this path they will not achieve anything anymore. You are already living with the disease, as you live with the many others out there. So what to do? Trying to kill humanity no longer works, because we won't be able to, so they think. Very good. So, let's look for something that brings fear and despair to humanity, wars. Very well, you have always had a fear of a great final war on the planet. I don't know if you remember, but we've said it here a few times, this won't happen. And I will not say that it is because of you. This will not happen because Father or Mother God will not be allowed to destroy this planet, as they imagine. And they are fully aware that they won't be able to do it, that we are here exactly to avoid this, but the problem continues. The news arrives more and more desperate, more and more horrendous, a lot of manipulation, a lot of deception, a lot of things that are disseminated and are not true, but you all believe, are not there, to see the truth. At no point am I justifying the one who started the war and saying that he is correct. A ruler who determines a war can never be correct, in any sense. I would just like to say that there are many more things behind the scenes than you imagine. But it wasn't supposed to get to this point. But as has already been said here, free will continues. In the same way we guide you, avoid this, avoid that, don't do this, don't do that, you can, by your own decision, say, I'm tired, I don't want this anymore, I'm going to do it, and you do. Likewise, the one who is there in command of power. He is still a human. So, what do I want to bring to you with this message? The focus has changed, soon you won't even remember the pandemic anymore, because it is no longer affecting you, it is no longer priority number one. Now your news only portrays the war. So what am I going to say to you right now? Take the focus away from there. You are fueling this war, when everyone sees what is shown and feels pain, dread, fear, this energy feeds the egregore of war. Because it feeds on fear, it feeds on terror, it feeds on the deaths caused. So I ask each one of you not to put another quantum of energy into this egregore. Change the channel, stop listening, don't get into this energy. I am not saying that war does not exist, but it is not what is being shown, neither the reasons nor the consequences. A lot of things are manipulated, a lot of things are false, and you are falling for it. And there is talk of nuclear war again. I'm just going to ask one question, are we drinking juice, swinging in a hammock? I believe you will answer no. Then many will ask me, but what about those who are dying, for something you said would no longer happen? And I answer, free will remains within you. Those who are losing their lives right now are there because they chose to be. Many are being forced. Is there any justification for this? So, I decide, I am a ruler and I decide to go to war and I force everyone to fight for my decision, and many die for my decision. What happens to me? They don't even want to know. So don't create sides, don't be for or against anyone. Don't judge something that you don't know is actually happening. Yes, the first step has been taken. The first one threw the ball at his neighbor's house and the neighbor felt obliged to respond with more balls. So there are no culprits and there are no aggressors, everything has a purpose, and you don't know what it is. Everything is like a big theater, where all the powerful are gathered against what is happening, gather against, but continue to fuel the war. If you really want something to stop, what do? You work with your head, not with killing. But the world is working with slaughter and instigating more and more war, and bringing fear, pain, and despair to whom? For all the inhabitants of the planet. So, I ask again, what path are you on? The path of ascension or the path of the third dimension? Because this is all nothing more than a big theater, to take you away from your focus, from your journey. One thing I can say, we are not sleeping, nor swinging in the hammock, nor drinking juice, we are very attentive. But this is what we have always said to you, you are the ones who command the entire process, not us, but everything has a limit and I can tell you that you are testing our limits. It's as if they were saying the following, you are there and we are here, doing what we have always done and will continue to do, and we want to see how far you go. There is no threat to us, no one threatens us, no one frightens us. Why? Because we see the truth, because we see the manipulation that is being done around this whole process. The process exists, it is real, but not in the way it is being said. But if that neighbor had picked up that little ball and just returned it, none of this would be happening. It's a shame, we really feel quite sad, because it seems that everything we taught and tried to show was worthless. And I will say one more thing, this is not how they put us on the wall. If you think that because you are following this path we will act in some way, you are very mistaken. We are not like that. We are not human. We will do it when we think it will have to be done. And I say to you, we will do it, no matter who it hurts, no matter who we please or not. So, I just leave one question in the air, what are you emanating today? Are you afraid of a planetary war? The one so famous, that everyone knows will destroy the planet? If you say yes, I get very worried, because you just said you don't trust us, you just said that everything we said is a lie, that we are not here, that there is no one taking care of the planet. And I will say more, you signed your letter to remain in the third dimension, because if you believe in everything that is there and that it will reach this end, you really haven't learned anything. Have you forgotten everything that was said, or have you actually taken a stand? So I'll just say to you, everyone make their own decision. Whoever wants to continue feeding this egregore of falsehood and lies, of pain and death, continue focusing on it, keep turning on your televisions and crying, shouting against, judging, seeing those images. Congratulations to you, you put another quantum of energy into that thing and it became even stronger. I would really like to know what the answer is from each of you, and I will know. The phrase, the world will fall around you, but you will land on your feet, has been said by me for a long time. Now if you don't believe it, if you think that all this is nonsense and that you have to really worry about the future, fine, make your choice. Which side do you want to be on? From that side that trusts and knows, deep down, that all of this is a great manipulation of the planet's consciousness? Or do you want to suffer the pain of those who are there, wronged, and can you affirm exactly that and continue vibrating in that energy? The decision is up to each person. I just say, be careful what you are putting out, because you are going to get the same thing back. It won't be any different. You receive what you emanate. If you are emanating a focus on war, you will have more wars, that's all I can say. Free will is still there. Now I will close by saying, this planet no one will destroy, I guarantee that. Now, how you will behave on the journey to ascension is up to each one. Make your choices. The moment has never been so ripe for choices. And we are here watching. And for those who believe, wait, because you will see our action. We are not standing still, nor are we apathetic to everything that is happening. Wait, trust and you will see. That's all I can say.